but your ass better call somebody. The Bat Frie Kenny Frie, the Maiko, the Asian Persuasion. Paul Spencer checking in. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Drop podcast.
Hey, listen, man. Dave called me. I don't know what's going on with that dude. I don't know. He called me earlier and said that he had a beef with Mr. Fuji for some shit. I don't know what's going on, Ken. So I have no idea where he's at, but he's not here. I'm here. I hope I do it justice. Mr. Fuji's in the house, Ken.
Well, I'll tell you, Dave's had a lot of issues with Mr. Fuji recently.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It sounds a little personal. I don't know if it's
I don't know
Mr. Fuji's constant, badgering of him on the comments, or Mr. Fuji constantly dropping in and one-upping Dave. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. I try to check in as Mr. Fuji. I'm Asian, so I'm Mr. Fuji, the Asian Persuasion. But I don't know what Dave's pissed off at me with. I have no idea what's going on here. So I'm here. I hope I can do it well. But it's kind of weird. Like all day long, I've been getting crank calls on my phone from unlisted numbers. I don't know if that has anything to do with Dave or not. But Dave, listen, man, it's all well between you and I, brother. Nothing but love. You're like my little brother. So whatever it is, Dave, it is what it is. Call me. We'll work this out, brother.
You hate to see Cowboy on Cowboy, hate and violence and stuff like that.
That's not me, King. We're both Cowboy fans. How could you hate another Cowboy lover? We're far and few in Philadelphia, number one.
Very, very, very few.
I don't get it.
Adam Glenn checking in. Number one, Adam Glenn. What's up, Adam Glenn?
Man, oh my God! Is it raining outside or storming?
Well, there are storms moving this way. I know my wife's in Hershey right now, and there's some storms coming south, up north. You're out west a little bit, but I don't know.
No, because it's weird. Like it sounds like somebody's like knocking on my door. Nobody's up here. I mean, Joe Sullivan's coming up a little bit later. Of course, we're going to the Phillies game tomorrow, Pirates. But Dave was supposed to come up. I don't even think he's coming up. I think he's so pissed off at me. But
I haven't heard from him. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell that noise is. I mean, like. You know what? Hold on.
Go check it out, Paul.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check it out real quick. Oh shit! Ken, I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Okay?
Yeah,
I'll be right back. There's someone else.
Dark, Paul.
My lights just went off. Hold on.
Yeah, everything's dark. Hey guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. He lives out there in the woods or something like that out there in Western PA. All sorts of crackheads out there. Who knows what's going on out there?
Stop! Get off me, Dave! Dave, what the hell's wrong with you? Dave,
calm down, Dave. Dave, you need to relax, Dave. Dave, can you hear me? Oh, no, this isn't good. Cowboy Dave has lost it. Cowboy Dave, he's going full Buddy Ryan on people. Hey, Cowboy Dave. Hey, is everything all right, man?
I got rid of that guy. He's out of here.
I know you have a beef with Mr. Fuji and stuff like that, but I mean, holy cow, Dave, you're taking it to another
out
level.
Of here. Kick his ass out. I'm back, Jesus. Baby. What's going on, big man?
So now you're the tribal chief of the Spencer household now.
Tribal chief, baby. What's going on, baby?
Oh, not too much, man. I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know who was attacking our buddy Mr. Fuji, but I'm glad to see that it was just you stomping a mud hole in his candy ass.
I had to kick his ass out of here. He's out of here. He's gone.
That jabroni's out of here.
Get out of here. He's gone, baby. He had to know his role. I shut his mouth.
Well, he knows now. If you didn't know before, he definitely knows now.
Definitely knows now. Absolutely.
So holy cow!
What's going on, big man?
Man, I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know what to think. The lights are going out, then all of a sudden, Paul's off screen. I'm like, all right, I'm going myself here. He says he doesn't know what's going on with you, and here we are. I mean,
hey, that jabroni's out of here. He's gone.
All right, so we're gonna kick things off.
Smell what the Cowboy fan is cooking, baby.
We're gonna kick things off with Monday Night Raw here.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, so Monday Night Raw recap.
Now that we got rid of him, we can do
now we can do our thing. Here we go.
That's right.
We got rid of that
jabroni
teriyaki drinking weirdo.
Get him out.
Well, we got Adam Glenn commenting. Said good storyline. We're creating heat here, Adam Glenn. We're creating heat. We're cooking.
What's up, Adam? We're cooking, baby. I had to kick that jabroni out of here.
So, Dave, so wait, you're up at Paul's for a Pittsburgh Pirates game?
That is correct. Yes, I came up with a couple guys, Sully and his friend Lieb, and they picked me up, and I'm here.
Boy, it sounds like a sausage fest there. Holy cow, where's the chicks at?
You know what? Didn't see it. That's all I know. So what's going on, man?
All right, so Raw recap. So we kick Raw off with Judgment Day.
Yes.
And you know what? They're not that far off with saying that Judgment Day runs the show, because I'll tell you what, Monday Night Raw was full of Judgment Day storylines.
Mm-hmm. Judgment Day's running Monday Night Raw right now.
Oh, absolutely. And it feels like every segment there is some part of Judgment Day associated with it. There's the right one. I was looking for that one. Like, where the hell it says Raw, but it's not Raw. Anyway, but it's like every single segment throughout Monday Night Raw had some sort of inner workings from Judgment Day. Every backstage vignette had some sort of inner workings with Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. So it's, they're coming off pretty hot. They're coming off as the leaders of Monday Night Raw. And if things go the way they could possibly go on at SummerSlam, they might be running 2 shows. I mean,
it's insane how things are working out on Monday Night Raw with the Judgment Day. It's crazy.
Damian Priest, he has the Money in the Bank. Who's to say he doesn't cash in on Roman Reigns?
You know what? I still think Damian Priest is going to cash in. Even if Finn doesn't win or not, I still think he cashes in either Seth or Finn, one or the other. That's what I'm thinking.
We got Danny on Wheels checking in. What's up, Danny? You check Danny out on Joystick Junkies and Big Blue Power Hour. He says, burn that stuff in the background, Dave. Thanks. Burn, he says. Burn.
I hear you, Dan. I hear you. Hey, it's not, it's cowboy country in here. I'm in Cowboy Nation. What can I say? But I had to get rid of that other guy. He's out of here. So.
Mr. Fuji's out of here.
Mr. Fuji 2.0.
Judgment Day comes out. They do a little bit of talking, but they introduce your NXT North American champion. This is his introduction. He won it last last Tuesday, I believe it was.
Yep.
Not this past Tuesday before, obviously, because it was this past Monday Night Raw. Anyway, so he comes out there celebrating Dom. The place is booing like crazy. Perfect for Dom Mysterio. And then you have Sammy and KO come out, and they start cutting a promo on the Judgment Day. Long story short, Sammy ends up challenging Dom to a title match for North American Championship. So I'm really surprised that Dom accepted it.
Actually, he didn't. Rhea did.
Oh, I thought Dom did.
Rhea accepted the challenge. Yeah.
All right.
Rhea says
does wear the pants. She does wear the pants, so
she does.
That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that set a matchup. That set a matchup for later in the show with Sammy and Dom for a title. Mm-hmm. And we got a little bit more Cowboy hate going on here. We have Adam Glenn saying Cowboys suck, 96 and forever. I don't know.
Forever's a long time, Cat. I don't know, man. Forever's a long time. I tend to disagree with that. That's okay.
Well, and so that's the thing with some Eagles fans. They get one and they get beer muscles. So
I'll tell you. Yep.
Just call it like I see it. That's all it is. I mean,
one and done. So let's go.
And so we go after the Judgment Day comes out. They have their little celebration. You have Sammy and KO come out. Sammy challenges Dom. So we move on to the first match of Monday Night Raw, which was Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark. And I'll tell you what, I love this match. I absolutely love this match. I thought both women were balls out, which sounds kind of odd for the ladies, but were balls out fantastic.
But
that's the Becky Lynch I want to see more of.
Right, but there was stuff on the line. That's why.
She was straight to the point. She was aggressive.
Yeah.
She was brutal. Mm-hmm. Zoe Stark brought that out of her, as well as old lady Trish on the outside. Mm-hmm. But Zoe Stark, man, she is fantastic in the ring. She's I don't know if she's like a ground and pound or a high flyer, but she does both of it. Like if you look at Rhea's more of your slams and your power moves, where you have Zoe Stark, who's a nice combination of both, in my opinion. So
yeah,
but I thought both those girls worked really, really well together. Mm-hmm. Fantastic match. I love it. I don't know where they go from here. Do they have another Trish versus?
That's where I think they're going with it. Trish versus Becky. But like I said, there was stuff on the line, and Becky had to win this match because if she didn't, she was going to get it across her chest. Thank you, Trish. I don't think she wanted that. So.
No, nobody wants that right now. Trish from maybe 20 years ago, all right. But
Yeah.
that old lady Trish now, smelling like mothballs, I don't think so.
But I'm liking Zoe Stark. I think she's doing really well. She's really she's young, energetic. She's got a lot. She's got a whole future ahead of her. Yeah.
Well, I wonder where she goes from here after the program is over with Becky Lynch. After so like you said, it's going to have to come down to Becky and old lady Trish. There was on WWE. I don't know if it was .com or if it was WWE Twitter, but I did see a backstage vignette with Trish and Zoe Stark talking to each other, having a little conversation. Heads are going and the hands are going, and Trish walked away from Zoe Stark.
Right.
So you're starting to see cracks develop there. But what happens to Zoe Stark once Trish is moves on? Once Trish is done, because Trish isn't going to be around forever. She's a Hall of Famer already. She's just here to give a rub to Zoe Stark, to create some more heat, to create some more drama for Zoe Stark and Becky Lynch. But that's a program that's not going to go on forever.
Trish is just a name right now. I mean, her name says it all. Hall of Famer. She's done it all. There's no reason for Trish to even be in the ring at this point. But because this is Zoe Stark should be going against Becky right now.
The focus should be on Zoe Stark, but
right. That's my point. Exactly. Yes.
We got a comment here from Mr. Fuji. Can somebody help me? Dave put my ass in the closet. It's dark.
Yeah, I told you I got rid of that guy. He's out of here.
Oh, no, Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji, all I can say is I'm praying for you. Hopefully, our boy here, Joe Sullivan, lets you out of the closet. Out of the box sports party time. Lieb is asleep, though.
Lieb is asleep. Lieb's been sleeping the whole time, the whole car up.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a long ride from your neck of the woods to his neck of the woods.
It's a good 3 hours.
Is that it, really? 3?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like 4.5,
no,
5.
About 3 and 8, about 3. We stopped, but it's about 3 hours.
Wow. That's actually not that bad. You can check Joe Sullivan out on the Sully Squad on Mondays and on Extra Innings on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Plus, a few other shows.
That would be with me on Tuesday nights.
Oh, yeah, with you, Cowboy Dave, on Tuesday nights. Absolutely, yes. And he also has Old School Podcast. They'll be working on a show shortly, the next episode as well. So
I think his next Old School Podcast is Phillies 93. Is that right?
So I believe it is. I could be wrong, but I believe it is Phillies 93.
Yeah.
All right, so we move on from Becky Lynch and Zoe Stark. Like I said, a fantastic match. I think, in my opinion, it was probably the best of the night.
It was good.
On Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Cody comes out, cuts a little promo on Brock. Brock is not there, of course. Not a bad promo. He brought up Dusty's name, brought up some old school names like Terry Funk and stuff like that. Like, saying that his mom wasn't fazed by what Brock did to him, type of stuff. She's seen everything. His dad, Terry Funk throwing fireballs in his dad's face.
Yep.
His face. So I thought that was pretty cool to bring up old school type stuff with that. You don't see that a whole lot with WWE.
No.
They usually don't bring up the past all that often. Mm-hmm. And to bring that up, I thought was pretty cool. Yes.
Can I just say one thing?
You can say whatever you want, Dave.
I know it's our show. I get it. I ask you a question on this. Are you getting tired of these Cody promos? I mean, seriously.
I'm getting tired of him coming out in suits.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Like, yes. I see him come out in a suit. I'm like, well, nothing's going to happen. Nobody's coming in.
He's got good suits, though. I mean, he does dress nice. I'll give him that.
But the Cody promo, that is what it is. Brock's not there.
I'm a Cody guy. I'm a Cody guy. I love Cody Rhodes. I'm a fan. But it seems like every week we get a Cody promo. Is that me or is it?
And that's because Brock's never there. I mean, last week Brock was there and Cody was dressed for it.
Right.
This week Brock's not there and Cody's not dressed because Brock's not there. So I mean, I think if it's let's say it's Cody and Seth Rollins, so you're still going to get that weekly Cody promo.
Right.
You're also going to have Seth Rollins there with him to interact and stuff like that, to go back and forth, or any wrestler that's on the that's active, instead of a part-timer like Brock is.
Right.
So I think that plays into it a little bit because when it's just Cody himself, it does it. It's like, all right, okay, I get it. Because it seems like the same. Like every time he cuts a promo where he's just by himself, it seems to be the same, along the same lines.
I get it's round 3 between those two, which is really good, and that's what they should be doing. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't get me wrong. I'm tired of Brock. I'm tired of Brock, and I just want Cody to move on, get away from Brock, and just keep going with the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I wonder what Brock moves on to after this, because this is going to be.
I don't know. I'm not sure what Brock's going to do.
Yeah, I don't know what his contract looks like or anything like that. It's always a thing with Brock, what his contract is and what his next move will be. We have Eileen checking in. What's up, Eileen?
Eileen, how are you?
She says, "Hello, you wild party animals."
Yeah, that's us, party animals.
We're a couple of wild and crazy guys.
Oh my god.
All right, so Cody comes out, he talks a little bit, like we said. Then you had Dom versus Sammy.
Yes.
Not a bad match. So Dom's getting more and more impressive, I think, in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He had some really nice spots there, and of course you had KO get kicked out from ringside for interference.
KO got injured. KO got injured.
Well, this is before KO got injured.
Oh, okay.
KO was out there ringside along with Judgment Day. Well, KO gets kicked out of ringside along with Rhea and Damian Priest.
Yes.
They all have to go to the backs and now it's just one-on-one, no interference. So you have to figure it's leading heavily towards Sami Zayn. And it looks like Sammy's getting ready to finish it off. But like you just said, KO gets injured because it points to the opening for where the wrestlers walk out to the ring.
Right.
And you see KO getting tossed out and you're holding his ribs. And you have Judgment Day, Rhea, and Damian Priest standing there. And so then, of course, Sammy gets, I think he got rolled up, got pinned 1, 2, 3. Yeah. He runs out to protect his buddy. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to wait to see what that injury is going to do to KO and Sammy.
Yeah, that could kill the titles.
Absolutely could. Do you know are they wrestling at SummerSlam?
I don't believe the titles are on the line. To my
not that I've seen yet. Anyway, there's still time to create a match. You still have next Monday and Friday as well before SummerSlam. So there is still time to create a match. But you're right. I think if KO's injured, that could spell the end for the Sammy and KO title reign.
I hate to say that because they're killing it. They really got a good thing going here with those two, and.
They do. It's not a traditional tag team, but they work well together. They've been together for such a long time.
They've known each other forever, and they know each other like the back of their hand. They know what they're going to do. That's
it's funny. I was watching some old indie stuff where it was KO's indie name was Kevin Steen.
That's right. Yeah.
And Sami Zayn was El Generico, and it was some sort of like a no holds barred type of match. You know what I mean? Like all sorts of weapons and stuff like that. A lot of crazy spots. It was
anything,
pretty cool.
Anything goes match.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And it's like small little venue, like almost like a gym and stuff. It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
they were doing some wild stuff. So that's both those guys have come a long way. Like you said, they've been together forever. They've come together in the Indies. I remember the first time I heard of both guys was actually listening to the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast on I think it might have been off of what the hell's it called? Spotify. I think it was off of Spotify I was listening to and listening to it. And he was interviewing Kevin. It was still Kevin Steen. It wasn't Kevin Owens yet. And El Generico. And just talking to him, and they both said that they're signing contracts very soon with a promotion. They wouldn't say who it was, and then like 2 weeks later, it was announced that they're both signing with WWE. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, they've been together such a long time.
I think this is the angle they're going to go with instead of them going against each other. The KO angle getting injured is pretty much, that kind of says right there that the titles are going to change hands eventually.
Yeah, I believe it is. And we've had KO versus Sami Zayn so many times. I can't see them doing it again, but
I guess I hate to see it because I love them both. I just.
But they work well togetger. They work well together,
and they're so fun to watch. And one feeds off the other, and that's what makes them so great. So. It is what it is.
So we move on from the Dom and Sammy match. Not a bad match. It was all right. Like I said, Dom was, I thought, impressive. Sammy's always good in the ring.
True.
But I feel like Dom's getting better and better. Then you move on to another really good match from Monday Night Raw: Bronson Reed versus Ciampa. I thought that was pretty good.
I thought that was the highlight of the match of Raw. To be honest with you, that
like I
match
said,
was
I really
great.
like the women's match, but Bronson Reed Ciampa is right up there with it. It was like 1A and 1A1. You know what I mean? They're both
Unbelievable.
fantastic.
It really was great. I loved it.
The only thing I didn't like about the Bronson Reed Ciampa match was I thought there was some moments in the match where Bronson Reed was really, really slow. I don't know if that was by design or if that was just him catching his wind or whatever. But there was times where I'm like he's moving a lot slower than what Ciampa is. I know he's a big dude.
I was going to say, for a big man, he can go, though. That's the best part about Bronson Reed,
It wasn't a short match. I think it was 2 segments. I think there was one commercial break in between it.
Yep.
I think there was. And so it wasn't a short match by any stretch of imagination. It was high energy. It was, they were moving, a good bit. There was no, side headlocks on the mat for 5 minutes, like that we used to get when we were kids. But yeah, it was a really, really good match. Like you said, one of the highlights of the show.
I enjoyed it because I'll tell you, for Bronson Reed, as big as he is and what he can do off the top rope, he can do clotheslines and whatever you want him to do, the guy can do it.
I mean that move, the tsunami, is just insane.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Absolutely.
I couldn't imagine that. It takes me back to Yokozuna. And Yokozuna to the second turnbuckle and sit on people's chests. Like, man, that has to hurt. The dude is 600 pounds just sitting on your chest.
But I give Ciampa was great too. Ciampa is very good.
Ciampa's really good. I like Ciampa. I haven't seen much of him before, but I've been liking what I've been seeing from him now. Since coming back from his injury. I think you have Nakamura. This whole thing with Nakamura, Bronson Reed, and whoever else Bronson Reed's going against, because before it was Ricochet, Bronson Reed, and Nakamura. Now it's Bronson Reed, Ciampa, and Nakamura. So I don't understand 100% what the payoff is going to be with the whole 3 of them. Is it going to be Nakamura and Bronson Reed? Is it going to be Nakamura, Ciampa? Is it going to be Bronson Reed, Ciampa? I don't know what the hell's going on right now with that.
Oh, I know. Did you see the promo in the back when Bronson Reed said, Ciampa said to Nakamura, "Don't interfere in my match." I'm telling you now. Yeah. So, and of course, he didn't really interfere, but he did show up.
He did show up. He took Ciampa's focus away from Bronson Reed, which allowed Bronson Reed to get the upper hand and eventually the win.
Bronson Reed is winning matches left and right, and I love it because the more he wins, the more he gets that goes up that ladder, and he's going to get a title shot one of these times. He
just looks like he belongs in the Judgment Day. I don't know what it is. If it's the look, I don't know. He looks like a chubby Damian Priest almost.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. I don't know what nationality Damian Priest is. I think he's some sort of like Spanish, because he's always speaking a different language when he's in the ring. He'll cut a promo. He'll talk in English, and he'll talk in Spanish, and he'll talk in
he's still
English.
But he's still holding that money in the briefcase, so you never know what's going to happen with that. That's going to be the interesting part of this whole Judgment Day thing.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Bronson Reed, he just looks like he should be in the Judgment Day. I don't know what it is.
You know what?
I don't think he would be, but I just feel like now
that you say that, I can see that.
Yeah. That's why I said he looks like a chubby Damian Priest.
Yes.
Adam Glenn said they need to push Reed. I agree, Adam. I think they should push Bronson Reed. I think after I don't know if after SummerSlam, maybe Royal Rumble, I could see him getting a bigger push going towards WrestleMania, having not a main event match, but a bigger match, and then going from there. Because it takes a while to build a character to the point where, you know what, he's absolutely dominant. He needs to be champion, blah, blah, blah. It takes a while to do that. It's not just an overnight type of thing unless you have that name.
I've said this in the past, and I know I've probably said it on shows in the past too. But when I was at a Raw, Monday Night Raw up at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Bronson Reed was in the main event show, which is before Raw even starts.
Yeah.
Talk about a guy who's making his way up the ladder from I guess that was 4 months ago, maybe. I don't even remember how far back it was. But my man is growing each day and each week. And I love it. I hope they push him to do. I'd love to see him be IC belt, maybe U.S. title, whatever. But Bronson Reed, definitely the push is on, and I love it.
I'd like to see a strap on him, a minor strap, whether, like you said, a U.S. title, an IC title, something on his shoulder, because he ain't going to put it around his waist. No. Something on him to carry around to see how he deals with a little bit more of the spotlight, and like gradually work his way up. Because I think he absolutely has main event talent. He looks like a main eventer. now they call him Big Bronson Reed instead of just Bronson Reed.
How many guys do you know, not to cut you off, but can go off that top rope like that as big as he is? That amazes me. It just does.
It's Bam, like I said before, like Bam Bam Bigelow, man.
That's exactly right. That's great.
If he starts doing car wheels, I'm going to shit my pants.
I don't think that's going to happen, but
I don't think I'm going to shit my pants either, but you never know.
Well, you better not.
Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. You won't even know.
Mr. Fuji 2.0 just shit his pants. It doesn't matter. I kicked his ass.
Adam Glenn has another comment. He said after they kick out Finn Balor, Reed will join the Judgment Day. You never know.
I would not mind that one bit. I got to be honest. That wouldn't bother me.
I think they'd be more dominant, to be 100% honest.
Sure they would. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to kick Finn out. I don't think.
So here's the next segment from Raw was this is Mr. Fuji's favorite part. Rhea absolutely destroys Liv Morgan.
Yeah,
absolutely annihilates her.
That was scary.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Ever since they used to do this a lot back in the Attitude Era, or even the Ruthless Aggression Era, where they'd stick the leg in the chair and they'd jump on it and stuff like that. That always went. Like I get it, they're performers. They know what they're doing.
Right.
That always went through me. I hate just thinking about it. Gives me the willies. But when she put her arm in that chair twice,
Liv was crying. Liv was crying.
It was brutal.
It was brutal. I agree. Totally.
Eileen says, "Poor Liv Morgan." They say injury. She's filming a movie. Who knows?
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, gotcha.
Well, I know Saturday or Friday. I think it's Friday. Her and Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, are hosting an event for SummerSlam.
Okay.
So they'll both be wearing their arms in a sling because how Cody had his arm in the Kimura lock last week.
Yes.
So they'll both be sporting sore arms. But yeah, her arm was put in that twice, and
but I like the promo that Liv gave before it happened. She goes, "Yeah, I beat Rhea Ripley twice, or I think it was." She said, and then she goes, "Well, maybe I'll lose tonight. Maybe I won't." Well, that wasn't.
She didn't win.
No, it wasn't her night. That's for sure.
Eileen says if Liv is filming a movie, Paul is going opening night.
Oh, you kidding me? Paul sleep overnight to get tickets.
He'll be the only one outside sleeping outside the box office. They're like, Mr. Spencer, we told you there'll be plenty of tickets. You can go home.
Uh-huh.
I just want to make sure.
I'm
Mr.
sure
Fuji was front row.
He'll be there too.
He'll be the only one in the audience.
After I kick his ass out of the closet, it's all good.
All right, so after Rhea absolutely annihilates, another thing, Rhea, she kept coming back after. She was, it was pretty ruthless, and stay out of my business.
Stay out of my business.
Yeah, she put the locker room on notice. She said, "This is her show. This is her division. She owns the women's division, so she put everybody on notice." So we'll see what kind of bullseye. I was expecting Raquel Rodriguez to come out hobbling out, or whatever to kind of help Liv out.
Raquel's injured.
I know she's injured, but I was still trying to hobble out to kind of go save her bestie there. But nope, nobody came out. Even the dudes that came out to check up on the doctors there, they got shooed away a little bit. Mm-hmm. The referee and the guy in the black shirt. I don't know if he's a doctor or whatever the hell he was.
I'm not sure.
The custodian there to clean up the garbage that Rhea left behind.
Mm-hmm.
So then, after the Rhea and Liv segment, you had Ricochet and Logan Paul. So Ricochet comes out thinking Logan Paul's not there. Starts cutting a promo on Logan. Blah blah blah. Same storyline as it's been the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
We put in the work. You're good, but you haven't put in the work. Blah blah blah. Then Logan Paul attacks him from behind. And starts talking social media garbage and stuff. I thought it was pretty.
But we know who got the last laugh on that though.
Yes. So you have Logan Paul doing a selfie, talking into his phone, and then of course Ricochet gets up and super kicks his ass and does his little spinny Rooney thing on there on him.
Loved it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about Ricochet. You know that.
And so when Logan Paul's down, the whole time he's down, he has his phone bent to the angle where you could still see him and Ricochet. So I thought it actually led to a pretty cool shot. As Logan Paul's walking around the ring talking, you see Ricochet in the background come up and kick him in the face. And as he goes down, he's still holding the phone, and you see Ricochet standing over top of him. Then you see Ricochet do his little flip on him, and I thought that was really rad. It was a pretty neat angle.
You know me. I love me some Ricochet. That's for sure.
Ricochet, he's never going to be a world champion, I don't think, but he's always going to be a really, really good performer.
He's a high flyer.
Yeah.
That's why they love him.
Some really sweet moves.
Yes, yep, and he's good. He's really good. I would love to see him get an IC shot, but I don't think he'd be Gunther though.
No.
Yeah.
He'll always be the kind of guy that's always in the ladder matches he's
that guy.
Any kind of match where they need a high flyer, somebody to do death defying type moves. He'll always be in those matches.
Can we say little Jeff Hardy?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Jeff Hardy or a Kofi Kingston. He was always in those types of matches because he'd do something kind of wonky or crazy.
Yep.
Guys like that. You need those guys. So
I love those guys.
Great entertainers. He's not great on the mic, but not bad either. So after Ricochet, Logan Paul, you came out. You had a little backstage run in with Apollo Crews and Damian Priest led to an Apollo Crews Damian Priest match, which was really, really short.
It was short. It was very short. It was
they're talking about Apollo Crews and his potential and how he was a former IC champion and a former US champion, and then he gets squashed. So
Apollo Crews, I feel so bad for him sometimes because he works so hard to get him up. So then they bring him back to NXT. Then they brought him back to the main roster. He's up and down guy. I mean, that's pretty much his whole career if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, but if they need him, they'll bring him up. If they don't, it's just one of Do I like Apollo though? I'm an Apollo.
But he has that look. So the whole thing with what the hell's his name? Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I don't know. I still don't know 100% what's going on there.
I'm still trying to figure that out. I have no idea.
But I mean, like Apollo Crews is like a mini Bobby Lashley. So I could always see those two guys like getting together for something, whether it's a faction or it's a tag team or something. Maybe that's something in the future for Apollo Crews. But he has a good look. He's a big dude, thick. He had a couple shots, like I said, IC champion, US champion.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, he's been a champion. He's had his chances. I mean, up and down, like the whole roster. NXT, he's back to the main roster again. He's like an elevator. He keeps going up and down.
Eileen says Apollo Crews is better without his fake Nigerian accent.
This is true, Eileen. Very true. Very true.
To be honest, I didn't even notice it.
Apollo! And he had the accent,
Well, you know how much my mind was blown when Kofi Kingston used to talk Jamaican, and then he's
yes.
What the hell is this? You're telling me that man ain't Jamaican? That's bull crap, man. They can't be doing that stuff to me.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He don't do that anymore.
No, he does not. No.
Remember, he's going 1, 2, yeah.
You don't even see it. Like I haven't seen a New Day in a while. I don't know.
No, I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe take some time off. I don't know.
I know Big E was hurt for the longest time. I guess he's still coming back.
He's actually I don't know if he's been cleared, but he's actually doing well, doing really good.
So it'd be nice to see the New Day back, as much as people hated them in the beginning, they loved them. Afterwards, they hated the New Day in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And eventually they won the crowd over. They did a hell of a job, and there's a really, really good faction.
Well, the fact is they're not throwing New Day in our face like they were every week. I kind of like that. I got to be honest.
So, all right. Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews. Damian Priest, like I said, squash. Then you had Drew McIntyre come out and confront Imperium, and he challenged Gunther to a match right then and there for the IC title. Gunther said, "Niet." 9. He said 9. That's what I meant to say. Niet is Russian. 9. He said German. 9. And Ludwig Kaiser kind of confronted
Ludwig Kaiser.
That's pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
So Ludwig Kaiser.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you Gunther.
Dude, I feel like Ludwig Kaiser's eyebrows are fake. I don't know, like the one eyebrow is like looks like it's drawn all the way up. I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks really goofy.
Mm-hmm.
So McIntyre ends up wrestling Ludwig Kaiser. I'd say like those two standing next to each other makes you realize how big Drew McIntyre is.
Well, Kaiser's
They're about the same height.
I'm not saying Kaiser's a big dude, but he's built, man. I mean,
Kaiser's really thin.
He's a thick dude. You know?
Drew McIntyre is Ludwig Kaiser. He's a twig, that lad.
Yeah, I guess he's a twig, but I'm saying, he's built. I mean,
he's built like a skinny guy's built.
Yeah, well, for that, but I'm just saying. But you knew Drew was gonna get the win on that one.
Yeah, not a bad match.
No.
I guess eventually you had Imperium attack Drew after Drew pins Ludwig Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
They're stomping Drew down in the ring. Then you have your boy Matt Riddle come out and try to help. He gets his ass kicked.
Yes.
Hey, he was wearing jeans and shoes. I was all for that. Like, there you go, Matt Riddle. That's a good look for you, buddy.
Bro.
He could bro all day in his jeans and sneakers.
You're okay with that, but if he comes out with just, I get it.
His little skivvies on, with no ankle tape. No ankle tape or shoes.
Give the guy credit. He dresses with no shoes on. Come on.
He tried helping. I
think Siviafi did that too back in the day. So I don't know.
Who?
Siviafi.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Siviafi?
No.
Oh my God! Go back in the '80s and watch.
I do not remember.
Yes, he was a barefoot guy too, if I remember correctly.
Well, like I said, Snuka was a barefoot guy, but at least he had ankle tape on.
This is true.
Yeah, it broke it up. It's. I don't know.
I don't think you don't know Siviafi. Come on, go back.
I don't. It doesn't even. It sounds like you're making it up.
I'm not making it up. Go back and look at the Siviafi. I
don't even know how to spell it. Like it doesn't sound like a real word.
Sifiafi, AVI. I think it was.
Okay.
Yes, Siviafi.
He's probably in a bloodline somewhere in a tree.
He's been retired for years, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's probably in that Samoan tree.
Could be.
So Gunther was going to try to put Drew through a table. Drew was able to reverse it, and he actually powered bombed Gunther through the table.
Was that great?
That was pretty cool. I didn't see it going that way. I figured Drew was going to take that bump, but he turned it around and put Gunther through it. So
yes, he did. I mean, he picked him up too. He got him up there.
Yeah, he did. Well, Drew's a big dude. Like I said, Drew's a big dude.
Yeah, Drew's no joke. No.
So to finish off Monday Night Raw, you had Seth Rollins and Finn Balor contract signing.
What a setup that was! But go ahead.
With all the Judgment Day commotion throughout the whole show, that kept the GM, what's his name, Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. Yes.
That kept Adam Pearce busy, so he wasn't able to be out there and be the moderator for whatever reason. He had to be back there dealing with everything the Judgment Day has been doing throughout the whole episode, the beatdowns and whatnot, and the injuries and stuff. And so it was just Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. They're out there talking, and then slowly you see the Judgment Day coming through the crowd, down the aisle, and surrounding the ring, a la what the hell was it called? When Seth Rollins came in.
Who are we talking about here?
Seth Rollins, the faction he came in with. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns.
The Shield.
The Shield. God damn, I couldn't remember that. It reminded me a lot of the Shield, the way they surrounded the ring, the way the Judgment Day surrounded the ring around Seth Rollins. I'm like, hey, it feels a lot like the Shield there, fella, doesn't it?
Yes.
And so they remind me a lot of that. They beat his ass down pretty good. He fought back a little bit. Then they got him back again, and they beat him down pretty good, I thought.
They got him pretty good. They did.
Yeah.
They did. Yes.
So then that ended Raw, and not a bad show. It was a decent show. Some really good matches.
But you saw the setup coming with Seth in the ring because.
Oh my God, yeah.
But with Seth said to Finn, because you know what's going to happen. you're going to fail. You're going to pretty much fail cashing in Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Like it's going to happen where your boy's going to cash in on you if you beat me.
Yeah, he started laying those seeds of doubt in Finn Balor. He's like, yeah, I might lose, but guess what? You're going to lose also because your boy is going to cash in.
Correct.
Whether I win or you win, no doubt. You kind of see Finn furrowing his brow, like really that might happen.
At the end of the promo, if you remember, he goes, "Then the Judgment Day is going to be done."
Yeah. He's saying it's not going to be the Judgment Day coronation. It's going to be the Judgment Day's end.
Ending, right? Yeah, demise.
So
or something. Demise or something like that. Is that
yeah,
demise?
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. Whatever fancy word they use, they got from the thesaurus.
Yes, but I saw it coming. It was definitely a setup. I see. Here comes Dom. Here comes Priest. Here comes Rhea, and you're thinking, oh God, Seth's done.
Yeah, he was in a lot, and he knew it. He flipped the table at Damian Priest, who was the biggest threat. He went after Finn, and then Dom was beating on him, and Rhea kind of like stood off to the side a little bit until the second go around, and Rhea was in there stomping him. But yeah,
I got you.
That ended the show. Monday Night Raw, like I said, not a bad show. Some really good matches.
Yes, check your messenger.
Check my messenger.
Yes, sir.
My personal messenger, or
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, do that.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
Yes, sir.
You're awfully. You kicked Mr. Fuji's ass. Now you're bossy with me here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not right.
No, I'm trying to
the mud hole in your candy.
I'm trying to prove a point, Pig Man. Trying to prove a point. That's all I'm doing.
I've never seen that guy before in my life.
That is Civiafi. Yes, that is Civiafi. That was what I was trying to tell you. Yes, that's it.
He does not look familiar at all.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
I've
on
never.
with the show. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna move on to SmackDown, but before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do a sponsor read. Unless you want to do it, do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it? I'll do it. It's fine.
Knock yourself out.
You got it.
You're gonna knock me out. One or the other.
Monkey Colt Coffee. There we go. Monkey Colt Coffee. Bourbon chocolate chip infused coffee, toasted coconut rum coffee, and new Sumatran blend coffee. Fantastic stuff. Monkey Colt Coffee. I've had the chocolate chip infused. I've had the toasted coconut rum. Both fantastic. I cannot wait to buy the Sumatran blend. It's not a non-flavored coffee. It's your regular coffee. For you coffee lovers out there, do not like the flavored stuff. They now have a blend just for you. So be sure to check it out. And when you check it out at checkout, use the promo code OOTB Sports to get your 10% off. That's OOTB Sports at checkout. At monkeycoltcoffee.com, they also have T-shirts, mugs, tumblers, a cold brew pitcher to make your cold brew coffee in, your favorite Monkey Colt Coffee cold brew, and also a K-Cup adapter, plus a rum cake, which is delicious. It's fantastic. I like it. Not too harsh. Like I've mentioned before, I've tried other rum-infused cakes by other not by a coffee guy, but from whiskey people, and not very good. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Yeah. But the Monkey Colt Coffee cake was really, really good. Really good flavor. wasn't overly harsh. So, and every bag of coffee sold with every purchase, portion goes to the National Pediatric Foundation for Cancer Research. So be sure if you're not gonna buy coffee for yourself, buy coffee for a neighbor, a friend, a family member, to help out the kids there with the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation and their research of looking for a cure for cancer. Yes. That's Monkey Colt Coffee, everybody. Check them out.
Monkey Colt Coffee. Go get your Monkey Colt Coffee.
Dave, do you drink Monkey Colt Coffee?
I can't say that I do, but I've heard a lot about it.
I'm not shitting around. I'm telling you.
I know you do.
Really like it. I like it.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, I just enjoyed it.
I'll be honest. I never tried it, but I would like to. I would like to give it a shot.
It's a good coffee. It has good flavor. Like I said, my favorite is the toasted coconut rum. The bourbon chocolate chip infused. I think I like that. I didn't like that as much through the cold brew as I did through the regular pot of coffee. I like it better hot. Right. The toasted coconut rum I like both ways. I thought it was fantastic.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you'll definitely good stuff. If you guys are out there,
I will definitely try it. I definitely
you have to check it out. I highly recommend it. If you're going to try it and you're not a huge coffee person, I say start with the toasted coconut rum.
Right.
It's just it smells great, it tastes great, all that good stuff. So now we're doing a SmackDown reaction here.
Yes.
Setting everything up here to make everything look better and flow better here. We got from the red to the blue brand here.
Red to the blue.
Red to the blue. There we go. To the blue.
To the blue.
All right, SmackDown reaction. All right, so I just got done watching SmackDown. I wrote down all the little notes, like in the order the matches went. Okay. And hopefully I don't forget anything because I do have a tendency to forget. Before we do that, I got a comment here.
Uh-oh. Comment. Is it Mr.
Eileen?
Fuji?
There she is, Eileen. We love Eileen. Make it look pretty. That's what we're doing. We got the blue on, making it look all pretty in it up. Dave's a big fan of blue.
Yeah, I love blue. My favorite color.
Blue is my favorite color also.
Yep, always.
All right, so SmackDown starts off.
I'm wearing blue now.
Blue for Cowboys, or is it just blue?
No. Actually, it's a Billy Joel shirt back in the day.
Oh, Billy Joel. There you go.
There you go.
Man.
Yes.
Drinking my iced tea out of my dugout mug.
Oh, I see your Met. Yes, I see that, Mr. Mets man over there. I see.
So I love my dugout mug so much. I have a couple of them. I don't know if you can see them back here.
I got a couple dugout mugs. Yes, very nice.
Plus, I have a couple more. I have my aluminum bat dugout mug. I have the little knob shot dugout mug. It's a knob of a baseball bat, but it's like a shot glass. That's pretty sweet.
There you go.
Yeah, I really like that. So
can't beat that.
I love dugout mugs.
Absolutely.
And
I see your Mets won tonight. Good.
My Mets did win. Yep. Pete Alonso, 2 more home runs. He's starting to hit the ball a little bit more.
That's good.
Max Scherzer went out and pitched well.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pitch like a dickhead. If it was a big game, if it was a big game like against the Braves or the Phillies or somebody like that, he would have shit the bed. But since it's just against the Washington Nationals, he dominated him. But anytime there's a big god, Dave, now you're getting me started on the Mets.
I'm sorry. Let's go.
I'm starting to sweat. I got sweat coming down my brow.
I was going to say I was surprised. I was surprised they traded your closer. I was very upset about that, but that's okay.
I'm not surprised. He was one of the guys that were on the block. I've been hearing a lot about. I was surprised they traded him yesterday.
Yeah,
I thought they would have waited closer to the trade deadline to see if they get something better for him.
Went to the fish.
They got a couple prospects from the Marlins. They sent him to Miami. Yeah, Miami's been struggling recently.
Well, actually, it's not a bad for him because actually Miami's in that playoff spot, that wild card spot race. So that's actually the bad thing.
I think they're 2-8 in their last 10, though.
Well, they won tonight. They won 6-5 over the Tigers. So that's all that.
So I don't. Miami's been surprising this year, yeah. But they've been playing like the Miami Marlins that people have expected. The Washington Nationals. Now not to get off wrestling too much here, but the Washington Nationals. Their record is better than I thought it would be. They're still obviously, I think they're like 26 games out or 20, 25, 24 games out of first place. Mm-hmm. But you look at their record overall because the Braves have played insane this season so far. The record overall, it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I would have thought they would have been around where the A's are because it's Washington's roster.
Out of bed. No. Don't make him mad, Adam. Please don't make him mad.
Adam makes me laugh. I'm a Phillies fan there. Mets suck. Well, they do suck. He calls it like he sees it, I guess.
Hey, they're only 7 out of the wild card?
Yeah, but they've been 7 games out of the wild card for 3 weeks now.
Okay.
Roman Reigns. So we kicked off SmackDown with Roman and Jay. You also had Paul Heyman and Solo Sequoia out there.
Solo.
I don't like Solo.
You don't like Solo?
No, I just don't like his character right now. It'll get better for him, but I just don't like his character right now.
Who would you compare him to?
I said this before. He reminds me a lot of a mix between Taz and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that's right. You did say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember you saying Samoa Joe. Taz, I don't remember too well.
Yeah, well, because Taz used to wear the rag over his head all the time. I think Samoa Joe wore a rag around his neck.
Yep.
But Taz always come out like looking all angry. He'd have the rag draped over his head or whatever. Solo Sikoa does that as well. The baggy shorts, like boxer shorts or MMA type shorts that the MMA fighters might wear. That reminds me a lot of Samoa Joe, kind of what he wears.
Well, Solo doesn't have to do much though. He just stands there,
Well, he stands there. He looks at his thumb. Yeah. Get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah, his presence alone, he doesn't have to do anything. Just stands there.
So you had your typical Roman Jay, spatting back and forth, cutting promos on each other, talking about family and who broke up the family and who means what. Roman did say to Jay that, you were the right-hand man. Why do you think you were the right-hand man? It's because Jimmy was hurt. That's the only reason why you were the right-hand man, is because you were the only person that could be, because Jimmy was hurt. Jimmy was going to be the right-hand man. He goes, you're not, because you were never you weren't ready to be the right-hand man. You weren't ready to do anything, all that stuff. Just running him down pretty good. And for me, that's where I've been saying for weeks, where the Usos are heading towards a split.
So you keep saying that. You keep saying that.
And I see little seedlings being planted by Roman there, saying, Jimmy's out hurt again because of you. And, I can see Jimmy coming back just saying, I was hurt because, protecting your ass. Little J, they keep calling him Little J.
Yeah, what's up to Little J thing? What's going on with that?
I just, trying to make him feel insignificant. Basically, that's what I get out of it. Like whenever you think, like me growing up, I'm a junior. I'm Kenny Frie Jr.
Gotcha.
So growing up, I was always Little Kenny. Why?
Right.
Because my dad's name is also Kenny. So it's kind of like, Roman saying, Little J, I'm your daddy,
right.
Type of thing. Like, who's your daddy, Little J? That's how it feels to me. That's what I get out of it. Right. And so stuff like that. And that's I just see like little seedlings being planted by Roman Reigns with the
which is very, like, I can see you saying that, but I told you in the past, I've said this in the past, I can't split the Usos up. I just can't do it.
Oh, I can, and I will. I will split.
I know you will, but I'm not. I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. I'm gonna stick to my guns.
I think one out of the two is the main eventer, and I don't think it's Jimmy. I think it's Jimmy.
Okay.
Jay's very good. I can see Jay tag teaming with actually Solo and still carrying on the tag team down the road.
Right.
The Usos tag team, because they are brothers.
Sure.
But I just see Jimmy as the next Roman Reigns.
It's a possibility. But I just hate splitting up tag teams, and the Usos is not one of them. I mean,
they've been together for a long, long time.
That's what I'm saying. They've been together forever.
Too long.
Yeah,
So
even as kids, they were never split up. So I mean, it's one of those things.
It's bound to happen. So they got to grow up, Dave. They got to grow up.
I get it, big man. But I know.
All right, so we had the opening of SmackDown. Like I said, Roman, just your normal promo work. Jay got the last laugh in there. What did he say? He was leaving the ring. Something like, "I beat you already."
I pinned you twice.
I pinned you.
Yeah.
I beat you twice. So he got the last laugh out of it. Roman's left standing there, scratching his asshole, and that was it. So then Jay goes to the back, and then he runs into that moron, Grayson Waller.
I did see that.
I can't stand Grayson Waller. I can't stand that.
You are not a fan of Grayson Waller.
I hate Grayson Waller. I hate Grayson Waller. I can say it.
Grayson Waller effect is in effect. It is. It really is.
Like the athlete's foot between my big toe and the toe next to the big toe, the middle finger toe.
That's hysterical. That's
whatever the toe is next to the big toe. I guess the one that's staying home, not going to the market. I don't know.
Right. I got you.
I was sitting here talking about the dominant toes now. What the hell are we talking about? We're here to talk about wrestling your toes.
Grayson Waller effect.
I'm not talking about that jabroni.
Is it a fact? Let me tell you.
So we had the finals for the U.S. Championship to see who's going to face the U.S. champion.
Yes, we did.
It was an LWO, an all LWO Latino World Order finals, which is surprised the hell out of me. You had Santos
Latino,
Escobar versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio still killing it at 105 years old.
When is it time to give up for Rey?
He's still doing it, man. Why give up? You know what I mean?
He won a match last week, had no business winning. None at all. He beat who was it? LA Knight, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't see last week. I was away.
I was like, what was the point of LA Knight losing that match?
Somebody doesn't like LA Knight.
I don't get it.
I don't understand it either, but
I don't get it.
Anyway.
Because the crowd loves LA Knight.
They love that. Sooner or later, they're not going to like LA Knight anymore because he's not being put in the right programs. But
they want him to win, and they're not putting him as a winner.
Well, guess what? They wanted Cesaro to win. He didn't win. He's in another wrestling program. Damian Sandow, they wanted him to win. He's I don't know what the hell Damian Sandow's doing. I think he's just acting or something. I don't know.
I think he's in. I saw Damian Sandow not too long ago. Where did I see him? Was it AWA? Something like that.
I have no idea.
Compact or Impact.
Oh, okay, Impact.
That's where I saw Damian Sandow. Yes.
Where careers go to die, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so, if you want to call it that.
Well, I guess that's where LA Knight came from, right? He was at Impact. What was his name there?
I don't remember, but he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was either. But anyway. So he was the champion in Impact Wrestling.
I believe he was. Yes.
Yeah, he was in WWE. He was released, went to Impact, became their champion, and then left there to come to here to a WWE, back to WWE.
Yes.
So you had Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. They start off the match by shaking their little hands, LWO for life, all that good stuff.
Well, yeah, Rey was with the LWO for a while. Yeah, I think he's.
Well, I guess isn't Rey the leader of the LWO?
I think he might be. Yeah.
So you have they're both LWO members.
Yep.
Cuatro for life.
Yes.
Whatever. Anyway, my Spanish isn't all that good. I got a C in Spanish when I was in 8th grade.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
So anyway, it's a good match. Overall, not a bad match. It turns out Rey ends up getting hurt. I don't know whether or not that's legitimate or not. I'm not sure. It did look pretty nasty.
I heard Rey got injured. I did.
He took a slide outside. He missed Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar runs back up into the ring. Rey stands up. Santos does a dive between the ropes, hits Rey. Rey goes backwards, and it looks like his head bounced off the floor. It went to commercial. It didn't there was nothing wrong before commercial. Nothing was said like, oh, Rey looks hurt. Our guys are down and out outside the ring. We'll be back after this commercial break. They come back from commercial break, and Rey's on the side of the ring, talking to somebody, and the referee just calls it off.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Rey's injured.
I feel like he legitimately did get his bell rung,
right?
Or got maybe a stinger. Like sometimes when you get, I don't know if did you ever have a stinger before, Dave?
Yes, I have. I had it many times. Yes, I have. Yep, in my neck, and it hurts like hell.
Yeah, well, and so when I used to get stingers in football, my arm would go numb.
Yes.
Then you get the burning down your arm.
Yeah, it goes down your arm. You can't feel anything. Yeah, I've had it a couple times.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get that feeling back, and it hurts like a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if it was that, if it was whiplash. The guys at the commentary table were saying possibly whiplash. I thought his head bounced off pretty hard, so I'm thinking he got his bell rung. Probably couldn't get his vision back.
Right.
And I think that's why they called it because he stood up then. They shook hands, they hugged, they made out a little bit. Now they're getting married and having children. I don't know.
Little extreme there, but okay.
Little masked babies running around.
Oh God, stop. Dominic's got brothers now. Okay.
That's what it is. Yep. Little LWO members running around everywhere. Eileen says that timing was off for Rey Mysterio. Just felt like they were not connecting with the moves.
That's possible.
So some of the moves, it looked a little bit wonky, a little bit slow, a little bit off. That was one of them. Whether or not Rey was expecting it to be that hard,
right,
or not, because he took after he got hit with it, the dive through the ropes, which was your normal typical. There was nothing special about it.
Right.
Just a typical dive through the ropes. Comes out. Santos, hits him in the chest, pushes him in the chest. Rey took like 3 or 4 steps back before he went down and hit his head. So I don't know if it was just more speed than he anticipated, more powerful than he anticipated. I don't know, but it didn't look good.
No.
Overall, the match wasn't terrible, but like Eileen said, some of the timing did look a little bit off. I don't know how often those guys work together, so that could be part of it.
That could be. Yeah, that's a possibility. Sometimes, like Eileen said, timing was probably off.
Yeah. There were some of the moves where almost like they were both setting up something different, and it just like it wasn't flowing. They still got to the end result, of some of these moves where like, okay, it was supposed to be a Hurricane Runner, or okay, it was supposed to be a slam or whatever. But
I'm thinking one thing, you're thinking the other. That's
all of it looked a little herky jerky. But Ray's been around for a long, long time, so I'm sure he took control of the match and said, "Listen, young fella, just slow her down, do what you're doing."
Yes.
So
I get
it.
But
so Santos Escobar ends up being awarded the win to that. So now he'll face Austin Theory. I think it said in 2 weeks on.
Is it before? Okay, so
I swear it said 2 weeks. I could be wrong because that's what I thought.
Is it after SummerSlam?
Huh?
It's after SummerSlam?
That's what I thought it said. Again, I said I could be wrong. That's what I thought I saw. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, why would they do it at SummerSlam?
Night before SummerSlam or at SummerSlam.
Sure.
But
it might be the night before. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, just like they did with the last pay-per-view.
Yes.
Where they had a bunch of those matches the night before.
Yeah.
What was it? TLC. They had a bunch of those really big matches that weren't going to be on the card.
Well, you can't fit everything on the card though. It's tough sometimes. I mean, you try.
With it being a bigger,
but with the title on the line, you think they would, right?
Yeah, with it being a bigger pay-per-view, you think they would fit at least another title match on there, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
So then you had LA Knight versus Moscante.
But going back to that, the U.S. title, is it time for Theory to lose?
Oh, yeah, he's going to lose.
Okay.
I have zero doubt in my mind that he's going to lose to that Santos Escobar because I feel like they're giving Santos Escobar a decent push.
Okay, I can see that.
He looked he had a good showing at the TLC. I thought
right.
Money in the Bank. I'm sorry, Money in the Bank.
I was going to say Money in the Bank. Yeah, I was just TLC.
Right? I feel like he had a really good showing there. I feel like the couple of weeks since then, every time he's wrestled, he looked really good.
We're seeing a new U.S. champion, is what you're saying.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the LWO. LWO. You hear first.
Latino. I got you.
Latino. I can't do that. I can't do the shoulder shake thing. I don't know. So then you had LA Knight wrestle Moscante.
Let me talk to you. Yeah.
he got all of his moves in. He cut a promo as he's walking down to the ring.
He finally got a win. My God.
He finally got a win.
About time.
It was a quick win. He said at the end of the match, he goes, "I didn't even break a sweat." Yeah. So
I didn't break a sweat. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a quick match. It was over. I think less than 5 minutes. It felt like less than 5 minutes.
I love me some LA Knight. I don't understand why they're not giving him a U.S. title shot. He deserves it. Get him a title. He's got.
Well, we're going to see what LA Knight's made of next week. Next week on SmackDown, it's LA Knight versus Sheamus.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a hell of a match. So there was a backstage vignette or a promo where LA Knight came up to what the hell is the GM again? I can't remember that guy's name.
Adam Pearce.
Why do they even have this guy? Where the hell's Teddy Long at? I want Teddy Long back. Player.
Okay, player. I hear you.
Player. Let me talk to you, player.
Okay, player.
I miss Teddy Long.
You miss Peanut Head? Really?
I miss Peanut Head. I do. I like Teddy Long. Not his little dance. Yeah. Little Teddy Long dance.
Let me holler at you, player. I got you.
Love Teddy Long. And Eileen got this one also. There we go, Eileen. I love me some Vicky Guerrero all day and all night. I'll scream that from the rooftops. I love me some Vicky Guerrero. Oh, hell yeah.
Excuse me.
I loved it.
Come on, man.
They booed her so much. It was fantastic.
The best was when Vicky threw Steph into the mud pit. That was great.
That was great, but
That was great. Yeah.
when she used to come out with the excuse me's, the place would go ballistic. Because the boos were
Oh, come
her
on.
trying to talk over the boos, and she just could not do it.
No, the best was when
John Cena in the
when
ring
The
with
Rock
her.
sang to her. I'll never forget that.
Oh my God.
That was the
Oh,
best promo.
That classic.
He's like, "Don't go anywhere, Vicky. I'm not done with you yet."
If you guys have not seen that, if you have not seen The Rock sing
He's like,
sing Vicky Guerrero, you gotta check it out.
She's
Oh my God.
wondering what clothes to wear.
You look like a hooker, not the expensive kind.
Oh,
Fantastic. Love Vicky Guerrero.
She's a free
She's a
agent.
free agent.
She left
Okay.
She left AEW. Okay. Cool.
That was fantastic.
If she comes back, I'm gonna laugh.
Well, I'll tell you what. When she left WWE, I think it was she was going back to school. She wanted to finish school for some reason, so I didn't know if she was ever going to come back to wrestling or not. But
and then she asked me,
I don't see her.
Look all right. And I said, "Biatch, you look horrible tonight."
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
I don't see her coming back because there was some issues I read on the interwebs about she wasn't happy with the way they were using Eddie's name.
I got you.
Or something like that with Dom Mysterio.
But if she were to come back, think about that though. You can have a good storyline with that.
Yeah, and I agree. So they'd have to resolve that first. So
definitely.
which is money talks. So that anything can be resolved. You never say never.
True.
You never say never with professional wrestling. So you just never know.
I keep hearing. But it's funny. You could really do some wonders with that story if you really.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
and I'm not a Vicky fan by any stretch.
I love her. I would have married Vicky Guerrero.
Oh God, you're really stretching it out. You're really stretching this now.
We would have had beautiful Guerrero Frie babies.
Yeah, just what we need.
With short hair.
Just what long beards, great.
Oh yeah.
Just what we need. Let me talk to you. Yeah.
All right, so LA Knight goes back to the back. He talks to Adam Pearce. He says, how can you have SummerSlam without the most superstar on the roster? That is me, LA Knight. And and so there's a battle royal, I guess, going on at SummerSlam.
That's
probably to open the show.
That's below him, man.
So LA Knight says, he goes, I want to be in that battle royal. Well, then the Brawling Brutes came out. All three of them. And Sheamus did all the talking.
Yes.
And Sheamus is like, if anybody should be in that, it should be the Brawling Brutes, and blah blah blah. Well, then LA Knight had some words for Sheamus. Sheamus had some words for LA Knight. Kind of funny.
Right.
And Adam Pearce goes, well, how about this? How about next Friday we have a nice match between you two? Right. And so they set up a match between Sheamus and LA Knight, and I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be a terrific match.
Now, I'm not saying it's not going to be a terrific match. And I agree with you 100% on that. But it would be a better terrific match if it was for a title.
It would be, yeah. But it's also going to either it's going to give a good rub to LA Knight from Sheamus to LA Knight, or it's going to bury LA Knight. So,
how many times can they bury LA Knight every week? I mean, come on. It's a shame because I love LA Knight. You guys, everybody knows that. So
Adam Glenn says Vicky comes back as Dom's real mom.
Oh, now we're really stretching this story, aren't we?
Well, we had the thing where Eddie was Dom's dad back when Eddie Guerrero, they had that whole,
yes.
It was Eddie versus Ray.
Yes.
So there it is. But
hey, like I said, you can stretch that story as long as you wanted to. It doesn't really matter if Vicky were to come back.
All right, so moving on, you had Bianca Belair in the backstage.
I know is I'm going to keep focusing one more time. If we're at SummerSlam and I hear "excuse me," I'm done. I'm out.
What would be worse, hearing "excuse me" we're hearing that computer. Remember we had the computer as the GM where it would do that
the anonymous general manager?
The anonymous general manager. Then you have Michael Cole stand up and said, I've got an email from the anonymous draw. Whatever. What did he used to say? What was his catchphrase?
I forget what he said.
He wouldn't say excuse me. He'd say
pardon me, maybe it was. Or something
I don't remember what it was.
Oh no, I got an email from the anonymous general manager.
Yeah, and people would go nuts over that as well.
How dumb
Eileen remembers.
The computer. Yeah. Oh man.
So we go from to that to we had Bianca Belair being interviewed in the back.
Right.
As she's being interviewed, she's interrupted by the tag team champions, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
I saw a little of that match. I did.
They're talking about the disrespect that they're receiving. They haven't had a celebration yet for them winning the titles. They've been champions for 11 days. You know,
has it been 11 days? I was going to say 2 weeks. Close enough.
They got a countdown going, so it's 11 days. They said, and they started running their mouth about Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotte, and then Charlotte shows up and says, "All right," and they're like looking at her, and Charlotte says to Bianca, "How about we tag together against these two?" And Bianca's like, "No way, nuh-uh." And she's like, and Charlotte's like, "Well, I'm gonna go talk to Adam Pearce, and we're gonna make the match." So she went. And they made the match.
Hey, you got Adam Pearce's name right for the first time in the show. That's good.
So you had Bianca and Charlotte versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, and not a bad match. It was all right.
Good.
You had your typical opponents as tag team type stuff, where you have tags coming when they're least suspected, and the other person's pissed off because they're getting tugged out, by that person, and. So the way it ends, Bianca's getting ready to do her finisher on I think it was maybe on Chelsea. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah, she had her up in the rack.
Yeah, and then Charlotte tags herself in, and she finishes it off. I guess
Charlotte gets she got the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So that was that, and that pretty much ended that match. It wasn't.
Bianca was pissed because she didn't finish. She didn't get to do her finishing move, and Charlotte was like, "Come in the ring. Who cares? Let's go."
Yeah. And so I don't like Charlotte, but I like Charlotte's wrestling. I can watch her wrestle all the time.
I love the
fantastic moves in that match.
She's good. I mean,
you see that match?
At first, Charlotte was very hesitant on the things she did. But then as time went on, she's still the queen. She's getting, but she knows what she's doing. She's all right.
Yeah. Did you watch this match at all?
I did. I saw a lot of it. I did. Yeah.
Did you see the beginning, like the whole thing? Or?
No, I came in the middle of it.
All right. So Charlotte, Bianca started the match off, then Charlotte tugged herself in.
Right.
And but Charlotte had some really fantastic moves. Like she had I don't know who it was. I want to say it was Chelsea Green, but I could be wrong again. Right. She had her upper body in some sort of leg lock, and she's like slamming her upper body into the mat. It was really neat. She had some really fantastic moves. Charlotte looked really, really good.
Go Charlotte.
Adam Glenn says LA Knight should not lose to Sheamus.
Adam, I am totally with you, man.
I am not. I'm a Sheamus fan. Not Shameless, Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Sheamus is known for one thing.
Winning multiple world championships.
Well, that is one thing, but he's known for the other thing too. The quickest pin in WrestleMania history, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, he broke Daniel Bryan's head off after he was making out with AJ Lee.
It was 8 seconds or something like that.
Yeah. Which was a shame because that would have been a hell of a match.
You know what Sheamus is to me, and I know you've heard this a million times. The human jar of mayonnaise. That is what Sheamus is.
I think he has the perfect body for it because that shows you how hard the wrestlers are taking some of these bumps because you always see him all marked up and scratched up and bruised up and red throughout the match. To me, that's a terrific.
It's so funny because Faith and I were at a show down in Atlantic City and it was a Super Sunday show, and I never seen Sheamus get such a big ovation that night. They were yelling Sheamus. They were yelling Sheamus' name, and even Sheamus was shocked they were doing his name. He's on the ring post. He's like, "Oh my god!" You can just see his face, like I can't believe they're doing this. I'm not much of a Sheamus guy. If you love him, great. If you don't, I understand. But
we have Danny on Wheels commenting, known for looking like powder.
Hey, powder. mayonnaise, whatever you want to call it, bro.
I call it multiple-time world champion. How about LA Knight? Can he say that? No.
True.
Thank you.
True. You are a Sheamus guy. I don't understand why, but you are. Okay, whatever.
You had Karrion Kross versus Carl Anderson then.
I didn't see that match. I got the stream died. I don't know what happened. Tell me.
It was just a build up. It was a quick match. Again, Karrion Kross came out, pretty much dominated Carl Anderson, choked him out then, and after the match was over, he choked him out. And then AJ Styles came running out, so Karrion Kross and his female companion were able to get out of the ring and walk away. He's yelling AJ all the time. In some of his moves, he's AJ. So
did the OC come out at all?
No.
Okay.
It was just I didn't see what's the other member's name? Festus.
Anderson, Carl Anderson.
Anderson was the one wrestling.
Gallows.
No, it was Luke Gallows.
Yes.
I didn't see Luke Gallows came down. It was just AJ Styles and I think it was just AJ Styles. I don't remember if the female member of the OC. Yeah, but I don't know if she ran down with him.
Is it Jacqueline? No.
I don't know. I don't know what her name is.
Okay. But anyway, I'm an OC fan. I love Gallows and Anderson. I've always been a fan of those two. So.
Eileen says Gallows came out at the end with Styles and Mia. Yeah, well, Gallows is a big guy, so it takes him a while to get out there.
Right.
Like Festus. He didn't hear that bell, and the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
I missed Festus. I thought Festus was a funny character.
You would like him, absolutely. Whatever.
And Eileen says whatever she's called now.
That's what I say. Whatever she's called now. Yeah. Exactly.
And Mr. Fuji, I'm almost out of the closet, Dave. He's gonna get you back, Dave. Watch your back.
I'm watching. I'm waiting.
I mean, if he finds the cooking pans or the cookie sheets or a folding chair, you're in a lot of trouble.
He's like
or a bag of salt, like Mr. Fuji used to have.
Mr. Fuji's still in the closet. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you never know.
Hey.
All right, so yeah, that match then it finished off. SmackDown finished off with Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller.
Not a bad match. It was all right.
The Grayson Waller effect.
Whatever the hell you want to call him.
Hey, if you like your human jar of mayonnaise, I can like Jay.
You can like him all you want. I'm not gonna give him any credit for anything.
I got you. I'm starting to look at my back because Mr. Fuji might be behind me. I don't know.
I'm telling you, he's gonna throw salt in your face. Just get ready.
I'm ready for it. I have a hair dryer. It's all good.
So Jay, I believe Jay wins the match. I'm not sure, but at the end,
I think Jay won.
More importantly, it was at the end, getting attacked and getting pummeled by Solo and Roman. Yeah. They gave him the spike and spear at the same time a couple times. He was beat down pretty good. So
no Jimmy tonight.
Nope, Jimmy's hurt. Jimmy's there watching on TV, laughing at laughing at little Jay.
Still injured.
And soon, little Jay, I will become the main Uso.
Okay, I got you. Crazy.
So that was SmackDown. Not a bad show. Raw was better, I felt like.
Yeah, Raw was. You know what's funny about Raw? And all of a sudden, Raw's not as boring as it used to be.
Raw's been pretty good.
Right, they're keeping you in tune what's going on. And
yeah,
you're still like you're not out of tune by hour 2. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Eileen has a question. Do we think Jimmy returns at SummerSlam? I think Jimmy returns at SummerSlam.
I absolutely do so. Yes.
And I think he costs Jay the match, and that's where we see the downward spiral of the Usos start. It's not going to downward spiral is not going to happen at SummerSlam. Like the split's not going to happen at SummerSlam, but it will happen before WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, mark my words, it'll be Uso versus Uso. Jimmy versus Jay.
Eileen, I hope that's not the case, but if it
is the case,
I am hoping it's not the case because you know me, Eileen. I love the Usos. And if you're going to separate them, I'm going to be a little upset. I got to be honest. But
guess what, Dave? I loved my blanket as a child, but I had to go.
Linus never let his blanket go, so what's the matter? Come on now.
Linus did not. She says, I hope that if that's a main event, we are screwed. It won't be a main event.
No, it won't be a main event, but it might be.
If it does happen where it's Uso versus Uso, they do split up, and it's a WrestleMania match, I could see it either starting WrestleMania or being like a co-main event. It won't be a main event. The main event's going to be like a Cody versus Roman. Or something like that. It's going to be a big title match, and I think it's still going to be Roman because I think Roman will still be heavyweight champion at WrestleMania.
Well, whoever Seth's going against too, you got to put him in that.
Well, I don't think Seth is going to be champion.
That's true. It could be. Yeah, that's true.
Oh. Yeah. Speaking of which, so we're going to move on to SummerSlam. But before we do that, I'm going to do another sponsor read, everybody.
Knock yourself out.
But first, I'm going to take that banner off at the bottom so I don't screw it up. Unless you want to do the sponsor read, buddy.
What do we got?
I don't want to step on your toes. We got Jay Fine Law. I'm going to put it up there. You going to read it?
Sure, why not?
Are you sure?
Sure, I'll try.
There we go. There it comes.
Hey, Jay Fine Law, a.k.a. Attorney Big Al. 3 office locations throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey, Philadelphia, PA, 1628 JFK Boulevard, Suite 2120, Philadelphia 19103. If you need to call the Philadelphia area at 267-888-2980. Cherry Hill, New Jersey. If you're in Cherry Hill, you need Jason Feinlaw, 3 Greensward Lane, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08002. Phone number is 856-209-5258. Sorry about that. And we have one Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which I'm not too far from right now, about an hour and a half down the road. You want to call 500 Grant Suite, 2900 Pittsburgh, PA, 15219. You can call it 412-365-8151. That's Jay Fine Law, a.k.a. Attorney Big Al.
Hell of a job, buddy. Hell of a job. So here's a question. Do you think Mr. Fuji right now is calling 1-800-HURT-123?
I think he might be. Possibility.
He might be calling Big Al right now, looking for a little bit of
I don't know what Mr. Fuji's doing right now. He's in a closet somewhere. That's all I know.
he's looking for some guidance on what his next move should be. What his next
I better watch my steps because he might be coming after me. So I don't know. Hey, I said the challenge this morning. So you know.
Danny on wheels putting the Usos on call here. That's a little middle finger emoji.
Yeah, that's a little extreme, bro. Especially on the Usos. Come on.
I agree with Danny though.
Oh, you would.
I would. The Usos, they've been together for so long, it's time.
I'm sorry, I'm looking behind me because I don't know if Mr. Fuji behind me or not, but I'm looking. So, you know. I'm getting scared, I got to be honest.
All right, we're going to move on to some SummerSlam talk before we head out of here.
SummerSlam talk. Oh, Lord, here we go.
Yeah, put up the old atomic drop. There we go.
I love SummerSlam. It's one of my favorite pay-per-views. I got to be honest.
It's the biggest event of the summer, they say.
Actually, my favorite pay-per-view is not even WrestleMania. My favorite pay-per-view is Royal Rumble. I love the Royal Rumble.
I like the Royal Rumble as well. It's always a lot of fun. Who's going to be the special guest? If
I had to go 3, it would probably be Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam would be my 3rd.
I always like a couple of small ones, like the minor pay-per-views. I always like the Elimination Chamber, the Hell in the Cell, the Money in the Bank, just because the extreme natures of them. You know, it's something a little bit different.
I guess SummerSlam, because I guess it was when I was a kid. I guess it was one of the first pay-per-views I ever went to. So I guess that's why I'm big on SummerSlam.
Danny wants a tombstone. Danny wants to bring physical harm to the Usos.
But you know, it's funny. SummerSlam. Actually, I remember this match like it was yesterday. It was Mr. Perfect versus the Texas Tornado, Kenny Von Erich, and that night, Kenny won the Intercontinental title off of Mr. Perfect. So that's when I was a kid. I was at that match, and I guess that's why SummerSlam's special to me. So go ahead. Well,
when I was a kid, we used to love the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich. We were huge fans, you know.
Yes.
We'd always pretend like we'd twist and punch then.
Yeah, good stuff. You know,
Texas Tornado was pretty popular for a little while.
He was really good. He was. All the Von Erichs were good though. Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah.
So looking at a couple of these SummerSlam matches, Brock versus Cody. I know next week we'll have our predictions.
Yes.
Actually, probably throughout the week, we'll post our predictions. To be honest with you,
Friday night we'll do our predictions.
Yeah, we'll do them, but we'll probably have them posted before then, so we can get them to
possibly
Maiko, so he can doctor them up, and I can go undefeated again in my predictions.
Maybe Maiko and Mr. Fuji can get together and do their predictions for SummerSlam.
Yeah, maybe they can. Or who did it last time? It was Underdog did it last time.
Underdog did it last time. Yeah,
Underdog was a special guest.
And I believe that paper you went 6-0, if I'm not mistaken.
I was, yes.
Yeah, you were hot.
I was undefeated, and I'm going to go undefeated again in SummerSlam. And
we'll see about that.
And as a bonus, the prediction of the start of the split of the Usos.
Right. Okay.
As a bonus. And we'll get to it now.
We'll talk about that when the time is right next week.
So far we have Brock versus Cody.
Yes.
Roman versus Jay.
Okay.
Bianca versus Charlotte versus Asuka.
Triple threat.
Yep, triple threat match
for the WWE Women's title.
For the title.
Yes.
I love Asuka. I like her in that match as well.
I'll give my prediction next week.
Drew McIntyre versus Gunther. What else do we have?
Drew McIntyre versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
Correct.
Yes.
So the Roman and Jay match, that's the tribal combat. Whatever the hell that means.
I mean, anything goes. Anything goes.
Adam Glenn says he will win the SummerSlam predictions. Well, Adam, let us know what your predictions are next week. And
Adam's going to win the SummerSlam predictions. I like that.
Well, we'll see, Adam. Like I said, next
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear your SummerSlam predictions, Adam. You let us know because we want to hear it too.
So who else? So what other SummerSlam matches do we have so far? Those are the only ones I've written down. I know I'm missing a couple that are already made.
Is Shotzi and Bayley going at it? Do we know?
Not that I've seen made up yet. So that's one of the things that happened tonight. I think it was tonight.
Yeah, it was
one of the backstage things where Bayley opened up her bag and there was a little message in there, cut up letters on anonymous, anonymous, not anonymous, but is, see you soon. Right. That was Shotzi to Bayley. So
I saw that. Yeah, that was. She opened up the briefcase, saw the picture, saw the sign or the little picture, whatever it was.
Yeah,
and because Io kept saying, "Why did you leave me last week?" And she's like, "Why didn't Roy leave you? I went, I was doing something else."
She went to get the keys from the valet.
Right, the keys from the valet, whatever that. Yeah, sure, okay, whatever. Sure, Billy, sure you were. If you're watching this, Billy, no, you weren't. But anyway,
he's watching this.
Yeah, well, of course he's watching this. But I like what they're doing with Shotzi, the haircut thing. Yeah, I get it. Little psycho thing, but I still think it's kind of like a Bray Wyatt thing to me. That's why.
Well, so the haircut thing actually comes down to something non-WWE related. Yeah. I thought I read somewhere that she has a family member that's going through cancer treatments.
Oh, is that what it is?
I believe that's what I heard. That's what I read.
Okay.
Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But I did see that somewhere. So, but they're playing it into a storyline, which is fantastic, which is great.
Yes.
And
yes.
So
it's funny. I'm big on Io Sky. I like Io Sky a lot. I really do. She's a very good wrestler. There's no doubt about it. I would love to see Io cash in at SummerSlam. I think that would be a big thing for her, and that would be. She
said she's leaving SummerSlam as champion. So
well, I hope. Well, let's put it this way: I hope she does. I really do, because
I want to see Io Sky versus Asuka. I think they could put on a great match together.
I think they can. Absolutely. Yeah. Somebody asked me tonight, I think it was Mr. Fuji, I don't even know. Somebody asked me, was Io Sky and Asuka a tag team? I said, I don't believe they were, if I'm not mistaken.
Not that I've ever known.
No, not to my knowledge either. No.
Just because they're both Oriental doesn't mean that they're a tag team.
Well, I know. Well, Asuka had the Kabuki Warriors. That was.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that. I think that's where he was going with that conversation. Yeah, but
it'd be interesting to look that up though and see who was if Io Sky and Asuka worked together or were tagged.
Well, they might have in the past. I'm not saying that could be a possibility, but
I feel like Asuka's been around a lot longer than Io, but I could be
right. I think where that person was going was the Kabuki Warriors. He was thinking that was his. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead.
But those are the only matches I have down so far. Plus the battle royal that they're going to have at SummerSlam.
That'll be good.
But I don't know. I don't know what other matches.
If LA Knight doesn't win that, then I'm we got to be kidding me.
He's not going to win it because Sheamus is going to win it.
You and Sheamus. The brawling is it fright? Is it Fright Night?
Goofball Grayson Waller will win it.
Yeah, watch him win it. Yeah, of all people, right? Possibility. But is there any tag teams at all? Do we know tag team titles online?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
I know what you missed. You missed the important one. Ronda versus Shayna.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did miss that one.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. They both cut promos again.
Yes. Yes.
They're terrible on the mic. I don't think they're very good on the mic at all.
Shayna's getting better. Ronda
getting better, but it's still not good.
I said Ronda not so much, but
yeah.
But
yeah, they're gonna wrestle and.
Yeah. I think this is Ronda's. I think this is our last hurrah. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what Mr. Fuji said. So
yeah, I think I'm still.
I tend to listen to Mr. Fuji. He's a wise man
with a cane. Okay, great. Anyway, yeah, I think like I said, I think this is Ronda's last hurrah at SummerSlam. I don't know, might be another last match, but I think this is where they're heading with it. So, anyway,
I agree. So that's all I have. I'm going to do the show reads here real quick.
Okay.
Where the hell is it?
I don't know.
No, hang on. I'll find out. Oh, I'm at the wrong part of the page here.
Come on.
There we go. I got it.
There we go.
All right, our shows, our weekly lineup, something for everybody here on Out of the Box Sports, plus more stuff coming up very soon. So let me read them off from Monday to Sunday. So Mondays at 4:30 p.m. we have Joystick Junkies. 6 p.m. the Solely Squad talking Philadelphia sports.
Great show, by the way.
Very good show. 8:30 p.m. is the Big Blue Power Hour talking New York Giants football. Another really good show.
Did you happen to see their New Jersey's Giants?
No, I did see our boy, I think it was Danny.
Yeah.
Danny or Evan posted in our personal group chat.
Yes.
Like the all white look.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Me either. But go ahead.
But you know what? I like seeing teams try different things with uniforms. So like whether it's a hit or miss, it doesn't really. I like seeing them trying different things instead of the same old stale crap.
I agree with that. Yep.
Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. the Commanders Gridiron. This past week was their premiere episode at 6:30 p.m. talking Washington Commanders football. At 8:30 p.m. on Tuesdays, you have extra innings with Sully and our boy here, Cowboy Dave.
Yep.
Wednesdays at 10 a.m. you have the Batcave with myself. 8 p.m. College Football Frenzy will be returning in a few weeks. And 9:30 p.m. Dem 215 boys with Maiko and Cowboy Dave.
And the TOP Tower Power Matt Klein.
And the TOP, when he has a chance, he's a busy man.
Yes, he is.
All the bowling, and I guess he has a kid on the way. So
he's got a lot on his mind right now.
Yep.
Yes.
Thursdays at 7 p.m. Fuji's Philly Flair. Not the same Mr. Fuji that we've been chatting with here that's locked in the closet. This is a different Fuji. So he's talking Philly Flair was pretty much anything and everything that has to do with Philadelphia. I know this past yesterday, he had on Philadelphia Phillies PA announcer. So good stuff there.
Yeah, Dan Baker.
Yep,
Dan Baker. Yes.
Friday nights at 10:30, you're watching it. Atomic Drop podcast with myself and Cowboy Dave talking WWE wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Saturdays at 11 a.m. When college football season starts, you have your Irish pregame and then your Irish postgame after the game, obviously, because it's post. 10 p.m., you have the Vegas sports scene with myself.
Yep.
That time we'll be moving around a bit with work schedules and when I'm camping and stuff like that. It's hard to get on Saturday night sometimes, so just stay tuned. I'll always put out an announcement when I will be on or when I won't be on. Sundays, to be determined. You have Eagles, Giants, Cowboys pregame and postgame shows.
Yep.
So those will be determined as to when the games are, what time the games will be on. And coming very soon to Out of the Box Sports Network, the NFC East Roundtable Show, a debate room show, lights, camera, action, which will be all like entertainment, like movies and such. The Birds Corner, which not what you're thinking, and talking Philadelphia Eagles, not the other birds, which would be kind of weird.
That would be kind of weird.
And also the old school show. We had one episode so far with myself and Joe Sullivan, which was fantastic, I thought.
That was the Mets show, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Talking New York Mets, the 86 Mets and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I believe Joe's next episode will be coming up soon. We'll be promoting it. We'll be talking 93 Phillies.
Right. I was going to say, I don't know when the show is going to be exactly, but the 93 Phillies is correct. Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be 93 Phillies or something like that. I believe so. I believe that's the next episode that he'll be doing. But we'll be promoting it no matter what it is. So once we know, you will know. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. And we are also on the gram, as the kids call it, the Instagram, and the TikTok.
The gram.
So we got a couple comments here before we duck out of here.
Okay.
And Dave can get back to pouncing on Mr. Fuji.
Yes, sir.
We have Eileen with a little cowboy there.
I like it, Eileen. I like it a lot.
And then she also has a little bat for the bat cave.
Ah, nice. There you go. The cowboy and the bat. I love it.
All right. So, Cowboy Dave, do you have anything you want to add to the show before we duck out of here?
Real quick. I hope everybody's having a great summer so far. Enjoy it while you can, because school's around the corner. One more month for these kids. I think they get back in September, if I'm not mistaken. And enjoy the wrestling. SummerSlam's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So I hope all is well with everybody, and I hope you enjoy our show, because Ken and I we really enjoy doing this with you guys. So that's all I got.
Adam Glenn, apparently he's up with the times. He says it's called Insta. I like the gram. I thought the gram sounded better, but what do I know?
I like the gram too. I like the gram. Yeah.
We also have a new sponsor coming pretty soon. I'm not sure when we're going to announce it. It's going to be very soon.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not sure what it is, but I think I do know, but I'm not really positive.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I do know what it is. I'm not sure exactly when we'll announce it, but
right. Yeah, I think I did hear of it. I just don't remember the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
be sure to be on the lookout for that. I really love my dugout mug.
I can tell.
It's empty now. I just finished it off, but
hint. But okay,
a new sponsor coming very soon,
dude. Right? Exactly.
All right. So that's all I have from me to Cowboy Dave. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for commenting.
We appreciate.
We'll be on here again next week.
SummerSlam predictions.
Same bad channel.
Next week with SummerSlam predictions. So
next week with SummerSlam predictions. Now next week is my work weekend.
Okay.
So we'll see
if you write it down.
Not, yeah, but I will have my predictions.
I'm sure we'll get them. Yes.
So, all right. Thanks for checking us out, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.
Take care, everybody.